So you got your tickets to After Dark, Disney's official yearly pin trading event, and you have questions. Well, I've been to a few events and I think I have some answers. Let's get into it. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So you've got your tickets to After Dark, and whether it's your first event or you've been to several other events, I think I've got some tips and tricks that are gonna help you out. Oh, so you say you didn't get a ticket? No worries, there's still gonna be an opportunity to do a lot of trading. So some people will be trading out in the lobby, like outside the actual venue. I know that there's an area set up for participants to trade inside, and you must have a ticket to go inside, but there's gonna be all kinds of people sitting out in the lobby trading. Snag a bus from Disney Springs and get over to Coronado Springs and trade in the lobby. Now you probably won't be able to park there on the day of the event because parking is usually limited to get into the resorts, especially when they have a big event happening. But like I said, you can utilize Disney's transportation service. You can park for free at Disney Springs, hop that bus, head over to Coronado Springs and camp out in the lobby because we'd love to see you. So let's just take a minute to go over the event itinerary first. It is a 2-day event, Friday, September 13th and Saturday, September 14th. Now on the 13th is your RSP or random selection process pickups. I highly recommend that you do that. If you wait till Saturday to do pickups on your RSPs, you're going to be cutting into your trade times. So on Friday, you'll be assigned a time to come and pick up your RSPs and your pins and your credentials and all that kind of stuff. And then they also have a trading pin area open. I think it will be open, it says it's open from 12:45, from 12:30 to 7. And each guest can bring one binder or one bag, because you know, it's not like when you go to a pin event where you purchase a table and you have a whole table to yourself. Space is going to be limited. Okay, so September 14th is going to be packed with activities, starting at 9 a.m. for the Starlight people, and then once everybody gets in there at 10:30, there's going to be so much stuff happening, not just the pin trading lines, but you can also preview upcoming pins for the coming year. They're also going to have a pin artist signing time where you can take your pin and have the artist sign it, and that's from 3 to 5. And another really fun thing to participate in is the on-site RSP. So what you'll do is you'll grab a form, and they usually have like maybe 15-20 frame sets that they're going to be auctioning off. And you grab the form, you sign up for which ones you are interested in, and then around 5 o'clock they start doing the drawings for those ones. So you'll be notified if you win one of those. Now those frame sets can be pretty pricey. I think last year the cheapest one I saw was about $500, and it went up to, I want to say, about $3,000. So those are pricey, just keep that in mind. So what's new this year is they're also going to have a Disney After Dark store where you can purchase some pins. There is a series that is going to be available for purchase, and the only way that you can get those is at this event and to purchase in the store. And then guys, at 5 o'clock they will close all the trade lines, so everybody who's in line can still get through by 6 o'clock when they wrap up the event, officially wrap up the event. So what we just went over was the official itinerary. Now I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that I have learned over the years of going to pin events. Be on time for your RSPs, whether that's for the lunch or whether that's for your pickups. Make sure that you're on time, and then get in line early, because guys, believe it or not, people start lining up about 2 hours early. Okay, a couple of things that I recommend that you bring with you. First of all, bring a lanyard that holds your government issued ID, because in getting in and out when you're leaving, going to the bathroom, things like that, they are going to check your ID and your credentials every time, so you don't have to dig for it in your wallet. It's nice to just have it in a lanyard. I recommend bringing one of those accordion stools, because in the trade lines there's no place to sit, and sometimes you're going to be standing in line for an hour and 30 minutes. Also bring a bottle of water and maybe a snack, because yes, there is food down at the end if you wanted to leave the event to go get it, but it's taking away from your trade time, so a lot of people don't like to leave. At each pin trading station you're allowed to trade 2 pins, so make sure you have your pins ready when you get up there in the front of the line. You're going to have plenty of time to plan out. And guys, what I love about the Disney events is they incorporate a little bit of gameplay into their pin trading experience. So there's usually like a wheel to spin or like a plinko. And on another thread, someone mentioned you could only trade limited edition pins on the boards. That's not true. You can trade any edition, OE, LE. Just make sure that they're not scrappers. We don't want to be that person, right? And guys, when you trade on these boards, it is going to be worth it to be standing in line, because every pin that I traded for every year that I've gone has been APs or PPs. And if you didn't know what that is, an AP is an artist proof and a PP is a pre-production proof. And those are a little bit more valuable than their counterparts, because what that is, like the artist proof, that is something that is sent to the artist to sign off on the design before it's put into mass production. So there's usually like only maybe 20 to 40 of the APs, and then the PPs even less. I'd also seen a question about attending the event with a minor. Like, could you go up to the board and help them make their picks, or should you both go up together? I would recommend that you each do your separate picks, so that way you can double your chances of getting some really good pins. Here's another tip that's going to help you out and speed things along. When you get up to the front of the line and it's your turn to trade, you want to have your 2 pins ready, but go ahead and take your rubber backs off them because you want to keep those. Those are yours. And then when you hand off your pin to the cast member, you're going to hand it off in their hand like this, with the point up, not with the point down. And again, remember, you will be standing in line for the trades, but like I said, bring a stool, bring a snack, strike up a conversation with your fellow guests, do some inline trading. You're gonna meet some really fun, cool people. And that's the whole spirit behind the pin trading. Now, people always ask, how many pins should I bring to trade at the events? Well, that's really up to you. If you want to do a little bit of trading, just bring a few pins. If you want to do a lot of trading, bring a lot of pins. Now, at the bare minimum, you're probably going to want to bring about 6 to get through all the pin trading boards. But don't forget, guys, there's opportunities to trade with your fellow guests. There's going to be trading out in the lobby. There's going to be all kinds of other possibilities to trade. So, don't feel like you have to have 500 traders to come to the event. I mean, you can get by with as little as 6. But if you wanted to bring a whole book or binder, you can do that as well, because like I said, there's lots of opportunities to trade with other people, including some of the leads. What was interesting last year is the leads were walking around with lanyards and boards, and they would let you trade with them as well, so keep that in mind. Whew, so that's a lot to cover, but I want to give you my very, very last and best tip. So guys, after the event Sunday, when everything's all wrapped up, what we have been finding is the trading on the boards down at Disney Springs, in the parks, at the resorts is hot. Because I think what happens is they take all the pins that didn't get traded out and they pepper them throughout the parks. At 6 o'clock, guys, they will wrap up the event and they will do the final closing announcements, like next year's theme. I think the theme next year is going to have something to do with Until We Meet Again, because that's what was in quotes at the bottom of the itinerary of this year's event. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think that means. If you have any other questions that we didn't cover, please put them in the comments and we'll make sure to respond. And we can't wait to see you after dark.